know that what you feed your baby after 6 months can make or break your baby's growth and development? Today we are talking about complementary feeding, what it is, why it is so important, and how it protects your babies from malnutrition. So welcome back to Fed Mama Malnutrition Awareness Campaign. I'm Nurse Palmata, a pediatric nurse and a mom. We have talked about what malnutrition is, the science, power of breastfeeding, and now it's time to take the next step, feeding babies after 6 months. Yeah, you heard me right. So, before we dive into the video, let's understand what is complementary feeding. Complementary feeding means giving your baby semi-solid or solid food alongside with breast milk starting from 6 months up to 2 years and beyond. Alongside with breast milk, hear me out, oh, alongside with breast milk. And someone will ask me why. Because by 6 months, breast milk alone is not longer enough to meet all your child's nutritional needs. They need extra iron, protein, energy to grow well. So because of that, you need to add some other nutrients for your babies to grow healthy. But remember, breastfeeding should continue until years and beyond. Complementary feeding adds to it, not replace the feeding. Not like complementary feeding is something additional to breastfeeding, not a replacement. So I have known some other people who they used to stop breastfeeding immediately when they start complementary feeding, and you are not doing your child a favor. Stop doing that, it's harming them. Nigeria and across Africa, we have so many affordable healthy foods for babies. Some of the best foods include mashed sweet potato or yam, mashed beans or moi, pureed vegetables like spinach, ugu, and all those kind of foods. Small pieces of fishes, pap fortified with groundnut or soya beans or something like that. The key is to make the food very soft, easy to swallow, and full of nutrients. I have seen many moms make mistakes that lead to malnutrition. Given only pap with sugar, it causes more harm than good. So, too watery or non-nutrient food. Stop doing that because you are risking your life to have malnutrition. Waiting too long before starting introducing solid food. Sometimes parents will not start complementary feeding. Sometimes even at 8 months, 8 months. 9 months up to 10 months. You are not doing your child a good, so start it early. If you didn't start it early, your child is at risk of having malnutrition. Giving adult foods that is very spicy and hard to digest. So you need to choose something that is easy to digest and very child friendly. Let me remind you that during this stage, when you started complementary feeding, is something that is very difficult for mothers to understand, and it's very difficult for the mother's journey because at that time the child is about to start erupting teeth, so he will start teething. Yes, you started complementary feeding and the child will keep grabbing everything to his mouth. So if care is not taken, your child may end up having infection and severe problems. So if you didn't manage it very well, your child would end up having malnutrition. 6 months old baby who was faced by watery pap, and the child was very weak, small for his age, and all sort of. Child is suffering from diarrhea and vomiting, and the child was rushed into pediatric unit. When they brought us that baby, after the assessment and everything, we noticed that this child is also not just dealing with malaria, like diarrhea and vomiting. He's also suffering from malnutrition. So after treating the diarrhea and nutrition, we started with feeding. Yes, we started with complementary feeding. We educated the mother about how to make a highly protein prep for that child, for the child, and we started giving that child 3 hourly or something like that frequently, and we started adding beans, fish, and everything. Before you know, this child started to to grow healthy, and the child, you will see, notice that the skin is popping, showing up all the nutrients. It means that you are doing a good job, and the mother becomes surprised and shocked. And she told us from now on she will not joke with her baby's complementary feeding, because she will continue to buy the fish, some little things, so that she will feed her baby very well, because she has suffered so much before knowing about that. So I'm now here to share you a practical tips on how to have a very smooth complementary feeding session with your baby. Start slowly. Don't force feed your baby. Don't force feed. Start slowly. Give 2 to 3 tablespoons of food 2 to 3 times in a day. Don't divide it into three different but very frequent session. Increase the amount as the baby's grows. Don't maintain, since I'm giving my baby half cup, I will continue with the half cup. No, as the baby grows, the baby needs more nutrients. Or you wash your hand, make food thick enough to stay on a spoon. Don't make watery food, because the watery food means less nutrients. Ensure that the food is very thick enough to stay on a spoon. Continue breastfeeding alongside with complementary. Complementary food is one of the strongest weapons we have to prevent malnutrition. So remember, start at 6 months. Choose the dense local food. Avoid watery parts and continue with breastfeeding. Protect your baby, protect your baby's future. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and follow us on other social platforms to get a quick tips on breastfeeding and baby care.